we've got E70 content today. I'm starting a long process, swapping projectors and lenses. Something I've been dreading for at least a year. Car's up in the air because in order to remove the headlights, you have to remove the wheels, this whole front liner, and then you can remove the headlight out through in there. Pain in the ass. I've been dreading it. Also, the lenses are permaseal, so I can't just pop them in the oven and open them up in 15 minutes or whatever. It's a long process to get these open, so bear with me and enjoy. After some 15 minutes, I finally got the fender liner out. So from here, I believe I gotta remove this whole bracket and then remove the headlight. So there's a screw here, T30's here, underneath, did you give it to him? And then there's a bolt here. Wow, thank you.
I have to go to the bathroom. Excuse me. Sorry.
And then a couple more. One up here and one up here. But yeah, let me get this out. Alright, so I got the headlight out. This was a bigger bitch than I thought. This bracket right here was giving me issues. I actually had to cut it right here because this bolt like stripped out. So it was just spinning and spinning and spinning. So I gotta cut this bracket a little bit more over here because since this was unable to drop down, I couldn't move it out of the way to get this to drop fully down so that I can get this out. And yeah, that's gonna be a big issue for me, so I'm just gonna chop that whole mounting point off because obviously I don't need it. I already got 1 point here, 1 point here, a point here, and then this goes under the headlight, and then these have their 4 mounting points as well. So there's a whole lot of mounting points on this thing. I'm gonna be okay without one. Hopefully on the other side I don't have that issue, but I'm willing to bet that I do. So as far as this goes, so these are permaseal. Every retrofitter's worst nightmare. I can just break these off since I got new ones coming, but basically I got to heat this up about 4 or 5 different times just to peel the lens off. So again, recap of what I'm doing. Insides I'm painting black to match the wagon, and then I will be removing this projector right here and swapping this guy out for the other projector that I've got over there. So and it's so funny because BMW has been doing this shit for so long, they just don't care anymore. They stopped caring a long time ago. But this is the projector from my 46, and it is literally the same exact projector, like identical. I'll get a close-up once it's actually out of the car, but come on guys, like it's been the same projector since the fucking 90s, like come on, get with the program. But yeah, got a Torx here, Torx there, and I think that's it. But yeah, so I'll start by removing those, getting this in the oven, and we'll be good to go. So I'll stop talking, be right back. Alright, headlight is in the oven. My mom and girlfriend would be very mad right now, but it needs to be done. Got everything I needed. I've made no progress on this at all. So I'm kind of rushing through this, and it's starting to show. I was able to get in here, however, I've been pretty much tearing apart this whole side channel, so that's gonna suck. I broke this tab too from trying to use force. So I'm probably gonna scrap this method and just get straight to cutting with the grinder and removing the lens like that. I'll just go all the way around, kind of touch it like that, and then once the lens is actually off, and at that point I can pull out all the rest of the stuff, section by section. So didn't want to have to do it. Thought I could just throw it in the oven a couple of times, but honestly, it's just not worth it. It's taking too long. This old plastic is just, it's so brittle. I mean, I'm not able to get in there without breaking this anymore. And I'm not trying to break anymore because I need to have something for the beetle to sit in. So, lens is off. I shouldn't even have wasted my time with the oven. I just cut all the way around, broke off a few pieces, broke these off, from inside the channel. Now it's time to clean all the glue out of the channel, but it's not that hard to get out. I'll probably get a razor blade and just kind of like cut through the edge here and then let it come out. It's pretty easy. It's not coming out too, it's not being hard to come out or anything like that. And then I got here quite a few Torx bits that I got to take out so I can remove all the shroud and everything so I can get access to the projector. Removing this to replace it, like I said before. Also, E70s all have like an H8 bulb that powers up the halos, but for whatever reason, I don't know if my year and whatever like package I've got on this fucking thing made a difference, but my halos are actually powered by like an LED down here that powers up. So I thought that was pretty neat. The rest of the headlight internals are in the backyard getting painted, and once I'm all done with everything, I'll blow it all out with air, because cutting this got a lot of little debris in there, so this has been a pain in the ass, so be back. So this is what the inside of this headlight looks like. I guess this is the ballast for the angel lights is what it looks like. Gotta take this off. Not sure how to remove the angel light, this ring, but I'll try my best to remove this without fucking breaking anything. I don't think that I'm gonna be able to put this back on the new projector. To be honest, I'm gonna have to like glue it on like I did the 46. But yeah, here is, since this is an AFS and it like spins or whatever, when you turn, there's a bracket that it actually is sitting in, and then I can do the rest of it or whatever. But and it's auto leveling or whatever. And then I gotta figure out which wires here go to the bi-xenon. Hopefully it's the same as the 46 because it was pretty simple. All this was one piece. The halos, they just like pop in and out. You gotta remove these before you can remove these. This is actually not glass. I thought it was. It's plastic. But very interesting how they put like a dummy projector that does nothing. So one day I will probably put a real projector in there so I can have quads just like the 46. So I'm gonna get to removing this. Hopefully I can figure this out so that I can put the new one in there. And as you can see, this kind of has the purple tint to the lens. You can see it in the light that my 46 has also. So Love that. Let me get to it and I'll be right back. Got it all out. So there are two, they're T20s. All the Torx in here are T20s. So two here that I got disconnected. And then here there's a clip. This clip right here. And that keeps it into place. So with that out, now I have access to all the bolts that I can take this out. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I'll be able to just take this out, swap the new one in. Still gotta figure out how I'm gonna mount the shroud, because this goes on, well, I guess technically it might actually fit here. Yeah, this might actually work. So this goes on like this, and then the other one snaps onto this. So let me get this projected out and see if I can get that one in. Alright, so I'm stuck. I can't get the new projector in here because of all these AFS brackets. This, to get out, I actually had to unscrew all 4 corners just to separate it so it can get out. These are not held in by screws, they're held in by like these rivets. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Also, to show how fucking funny BMW is, these are the same projector. Same exact projector. This one's D2S, this one's D1S. Ridiculous, dude. Fucking 20 years apart. Same fucking projector. But yeah, I gotta figure out a way to get this in, because I'm not gonna fucking put this thing back in there. I did not open these headlights for nothing. So back to the drawing board. I'll be back. After a ton of finessing, I ended up having to cut the actual retrofit back bracket up here to clear this thing. I guess I could have just cut this off too, and it would have been the same thing really, but whatever, I did that. And then yeah, I ended up using different nuts and bolts for the bracket to the bracket. Here you can see there's a little bit of a gap, not too big of a deal. There's still enough surface area on both sides for it to catch. The rear is flush, or the bottom I mean is flush, and that's pretty much it. So as far as bi-xenon goes, this is it. So I just got to solder the new connections onto this and then plug that in, good to go. One thing to note is that I will no longer have AFS. I could technically put the plug back in or whatever, but this bracket, the clearance right here, is absolutely impossible. Like, there's just no way it's gonna swivel. Even sitting here freely, like, I can't move it back and forth at all. It's stuck with the bracket over here. So one thing to note, if you're doing this, you will lose AFS, and not too big of a deal for me. I mean, the turning while you're turning is not, like, I never even noticed it anyway. So yeah, let me go ahead and see if I can put all this stuff back on and put this back together. So be right back. No glue is on these yet. They're just kind of sitting here. I haven't put any of the butyl, and I don't plan on taking this protective layer off until I squeeze them through here, because there's a lot of finessing in here and I don't want to scratch them up because they're brand new. But that's quick update, man. I mean, everything is back together. We are good to go. I can't wait to put the butyl on in a little bit, put it on the car, hopefully put it on the car, and then hopefully do kind of like a comparison shot, what this old 90s projector mixed with shitty lens looks like versus a real HID projector and a clear new lens, whatever. This thing has been beating my ass, but now I know for the passenger side the do's and don'ts, and it should be a much smoother process. So, be back. Before and after. Let's see if I can turn the lights on real quick. Jesus Christ. You can see my poor neighbors over there. Got their shit lit up. But, as you can tell, God, that looks so good. That does not. At all. Fuck. I don't know if you can tell on the ground, but man, that's a lot of light. And if I could zoom, actually I'll take a picture with my phone and then I will include it here so you can see how insane that is. But well, it's time to get to this side. Alright, we are tripoding today. So I am going to cut this lens off. There we go. All done. So now I can pull these out. Sort of. I just gotta cut. Pretty much have to cut them out. So there's two screw holes right here. I gotta cut these out so that I can pull it out. But yeah. It has been an extremely long 4 days, but we are finally done. What I've been dreading to do for over a year now is finally done. I've got brand new lenses on both headlights. So, and the projectors, which I did so much research on to find out what would be a swap, just to find out it was the same exact projectors as my E46. So yes, I did have to modify them a bit, the brackets and everything, because of the whole AFS system and yada yada yada. I don't really care. I care more about the output than my lights turning when I turn. But yeah, I mean, that's it for this video, so you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content, and I'll see you guys next time.
When we slide, we stay tapping on doors. Right on triple chrome, glide on them Vogues. Flip on a nigga around, baby, you in a row. Playing with these drums, cause I got them sticks. Trunk bumping in the street, screwed up with my clique. Let them see how out they going up the blicks. Pray to God.